Hey everybody. Oh, good thing he said it starts at 6:30. That's muted. I think it's still working. All right, hope you found that entertaining. Hi, I'm Gumby.
Over here at Heroes Martial Arts, here for, it's not quite the first SoFA Saturday, it's Phil Mascara's brilliant idea from a few weeks ago when he had the SoFA Street Fair made entirely virtual. So if it's virtual, you don't have to shut down the streets, you can do this at home. If you're staying at home right now, why not do it at home? Okay, why not do it every Saturday? So he contacted a few of us that are part of the SoFA district. And yes, I am part of the SoFA district. We've been here 11 years now, founded in 2009. And he asked me if I wanted to be part of this, if I wanted to host something, if I wanted to do something. Phil, I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't play an instrument. Hell, if you call this the arts district, I can't even draw a straight line with the ruler. What the heck am I supposed to do? So he said, like, show off some martial arts, do some stuff like that. Phil, we're Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, I need somebody, I need to grapple, I need to get in close contact with somebody. You saw from that clip earlier right there. Don't know how we can do that right there. Although we do have online classes going on this week. Plug, look at the links below. I'll share that with you if you want to go ahead and start learning how to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But what the heck am I doing here right now? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm doing a couple of things right now. Number one, for this particular week, since this one is pretty last second, I'm just going to go ahead and play host right now, show you a bunch of clips, like the clips we shared earlier, focusing on what we do here at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at Heroes Martial Arts, to kind of showcase. The videos obviously are the competitive aspect of it. Not everybody here competes, but a lot of people have at some point right there. So I think it's a great way to show the beauty of the art. And privately, secretly, I've always wanted to have Kung Fu theater. You guys remember that? It's like, might be dating myself here from like the 80s. Master Tap Malawan on channel KTSF. Don't go away, Kung Fu theater, be right back. Which may or may not have been a big play as why I'm dressed up in my pajamas right now, why we're doing, why I do martial arts. But I wanted to update that. So at some point later on today, there's a schedule. I'll go ahead and showcase a video that I think you might find interesting. It's not gonna be a Kung Fu movie per se, but it's gonna be along that same kind of venue. Kind of the update, modern update of it going into really Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mixed martial arts. Although I'll tell you a little bit more about the film we're going to show. It's called Brazilian Brawl. It's about 20 years old at this point too, so it's not exactly modern by modern standards either. Objectively, it's not even a great movie. It's not even a good movie, but I think it's a lot of fun. We'll go ahead and watch that together, and we'll do that Mystery Science 3000 wise. Okay. So far, so good. I wasn't quite sure how this is going to work. I'm pretty used to doing the Zoom presentations. We got like the cam, I got a microphone, I got a couple of computers running over here. So I was set up to run this way. And I have my Switch ready. I'm sitting here at Smash Brothers. I'm not savvy enough to put the live thing on there, but if you have a Switch, if you have Smash Brothers, if you want to play against me or anybody else in the SoFA district, head in, look in the arena, look for, do a search for SoFA Saturdays, and that'll be us there, okay? And we'll play that as long as people are willing to play that. Is anybody in there right now? No. So it's just me sitting here talking to all of you folks right now. Great. Did I mention I don't sing, I don't dance? You know, this could either be totally awesome or it could be totally like a train wreck here. We'll find out. Also, I mean, you might be watching this on the YouTube page right there. You might have caught that from either the Heroes Online page or the YouTube page. There is a Zoom link right there, okay? There is no password to get in. You can go ahead, if you have any kind of access to Zoom, go ahead and log in there. I'm happy to field any questions, have a chat with you. If you want to throw me a lifeline and save me from drowning out here, because I can talk a bunch. But yeah. And we'll have a good old time. Like, you know, or maybe we'll have that going back and forth as we're playing Nintendo Smash Brothers in the background as we get into the arena. Now that I think about it, it's only 6:15 right now. And Phil had mentioned he had set this up to start at 6:30 for us. But I decided to get a jump on this, make sure that everything was okay, that this was going to be running okay. So yeah, here we are. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw another clip on for you. Okay. I'm going to run out of them really quick if I do it this way. But I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple of clips for you. You can go ahead and watch that. And I'm going to go ahead and just check on some technical issues right here. So
I'm my own director, producer, star of the show, what have you right now. Let's go ahead and, I think this is really cool. This is always one of my favorite clips. So enjoy it. All right, did you enjoy that clip? Did you watch it? Did it come out okay? Again, this is the first time I've done something like this to a broadcast on the SoFA Saturdays. And this is what I got to do right now. I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't rap, can't draw. I don't have really a partner to work with right now, okay? I do need a beer, like I said in that clip. That clip's about 8, 9 years old at this point right now. Some of the folks still train with us. Some of those guys have actually opened up their own academies under here, are teaching here as opposed to being their students. We've been a part of the SoFA fabric since 2009. I've been part of the SoFA fabric. Man, I've been coming here in this district, this neighborhood, with everything going on since the 90s. I'm old, older than I look. But yeah, SoFA has a lot of history right there. And you know, as crazy as everything is with the C word going on around right now, it's just a temporary setback. It really is. We'll be back better, bigger, stronger, faster, more resolute than ever right now. And part about this SoFA Saturdays right now is really like kind of coming together as a neighborhood, which is one of my favorite parts about this. We really are the eclectic neighborhood like that, supporting, you know, the restaurants, the bars, like, you know, like hopefully you got some food ordered at the breweries and stuff like that. I'll be showcasing some of the goodies that are around here. The coffee shops, the musicians, the artists, the festivals that we have here. This is only a temporary setback. We'll be back right now. Like, you know, not just the SoFA, not just San Jose, not just California, not just the US, but the whole world on this one right now. And I know, I like to say we're all kind of in the same storm right now. We're not necessarily in the same boat, but we all are in the same storm at this point right now. Like, you know, we all have to kind of support each other at this point. Like, you know, it's a temporary thing, but we'll get through this better if we're working with each other on this. Ooh, people are jumping in right now. Did I just get distracted? I might have. All right, for those of you that are watching on the Smash, I am ready to smash. Oh, and they disappeared. I swear I was there. Are you watching? Were you watching? Did you log in? I was ready to go, even though it was early. And I haven't quite figured out, again, because I'm old, that Twitch thing, where we can go ahead and play each other. But hopefully if you show up on the Zoom, you can get each other's reactions going. You know, jiu-jitsu is a combat art after all, or a competitive thing. You know, most martial artists will tell you the whole thing is more about competing with yourself. You know, bettering yourself, not necessarily bettering your opponent. But we do like the competition aspect to do that. Obviously, we can't do what we love to do, which is roll around like we did in those clips. But we can outlet or have outlets in other ways. So mainly, I went to the Smash Brothers tournament. And yeah, gone. Sitting there by my lonesome. I'll let you know right now in terms of being in competition. I think I'm very good at jiu-jitsu. I've been doing jiu-jitsu. My story is I started in 1996. Again, I'm old. Never had a thought that I would be, you know, sitting here in South District running a gym, but here we are years later. But really, for lack of better words, took over my life. This is what I love to do. This is what I love to share and work with folks. I love the community we built up through this. So again, even though there's a competitive aspect to it, very much more of a community aspect too. Like, I'm actually very grateful for anybody I've ever trained with, anybody you've even competed with right there, because that's my opportunity to kind of better myself in that sense. So what better way to better yourself? What more challenging obstacle can you have than another live thinking human being right there that's trying to do the exact same thing back at you? Far from the violent aspects of this, I really think of this as a chess match. Okay, intellectual enterprise right there.
where I'm just basically going ahead and going move for move, physically, psychologically against my opponent, to see who has the better outcome at that point. Okay, that's a good way to describe it. I'm going to put on another clip. I see a little thing I have to do technically. Maybe somebody else shows up to the smash room, get some playing in, and that'd be exciting. 6:30 yet? Not quite yet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play another clip. Hope you enjoy this one. And I realize, as I said that, as I go sit down, it's not like everybody goes away at this point, or it's like this. Again, I'm directing, I'm producing, I'm starring, I'm editing, I'm doing all the fun stuff here. It is the fun stuff here. All right, I think this one's ready to go.
Didn't do this or that. I mean, it's a lot easier for me to cope with mentally because I feel like everything else that I do in jiu-jitsu in particular is just so much more challenging. So it helps you cope with challenges. I think a lot of people would say it helps them cope like physiologically with stress. And for me, it's not as much. It's really helped me put things related to my ego in perspective.
I just realized doing that. People hear me? Or people hear that video when it was going on?
I have no idea. Like, although I've been in Zoom meetings, I'm literally running 3 computers right now at the same time trying to figure out what's going on. But, ooh, I got food. I will be right back. Oh, that's cool. You're awesome for that. Who's what? I don't know. I wasn't there when I got here. Who's Barker? I don't know.
30 something, not a year, or 30 something.
Thank you. Dinner with Sir. How do you like that? Thanks to my friends over at Uproar Brewery. Makers of fine brews and fine food. Been going over there for, let's say, since the very beginning, since I watched them open up right there. It's So shout out to them. I ordered some food and they brought it over because we were directly across the street. I'm also going to shout out Camino Brewery, which is sponsoring the event today, which got me some beer, which I'll be crack opening probably sooner than later at this point. Here we go. Anyway, if you're tuning in, if you're just looking at our webpage right now, if you're kind of shuffling around, or if you saw this on YouTube, or if you came in from SoFA Saturday, welcome. This is interactive. I'm just sitting out here like, doggy paddling out here right now on the verge of drowning. Anybody wants to jump in, chat, ask me any questions, try to, could be jiu-jitsu related, could be martial arts related, could be SoFA history related. Been around here for a long time. I'll do that. If you want to jump into the arena, anybody in there yet? No. We can do that, play some Smash. A little bit, I'm going to be starting up Brazilian Brawl. Like I said, I'm looking at this as Kung Fu theater right now. This is very experimental. This is what happens when you ask a guy to host a music and video thing that doesn't do any music or art or dance or anything like that. I could, you don't want to see that, okay? But if I get desperate enough, maybe you'll go ahead and see that. Not likely though, possibly. But hopefully you're hearing me right now. Hopefully the audio is working. Hopefully I'm not just talking to myself in a room to a computer screen and putting this up on the internet to nobody. But yeah, let's check something right now. I'm sorry if I'm replaying some of these videos. I'm pretty sure the audio wasn't going through on these first ones because I had mute on this system. Let me try this. So I really want you to see the audio for this. And again, I'm not talking right now because I don't know.
And everyone calls me Eastside. I'm a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I train at Heroes Martial Arts under Alan Gumby Marcus. Today is our last day of training for the Gracie Awards. This typical event is different from many other tournaments. It is a submission-only event, 15-minute rounds, and if you don't accomplish the submission, you don't advance the round. At the day of the event, I always feel anxious and ready. The downfall of it all is the waiting game. I always keep it in mind and stick to the game plan. My first opponent was Cal Tracy, San Francisco. I know those guys train hard and very aggressive, but I was able to secure the finish in a quick manner. basic problem. And as soon as we engaged, we felt pretty strong, so I knew I needed to keep the distance. Make sure to play safe and not give up good position. I stuck with my game plan, which was to play guard, and I was able to secure another finish. I wasn't able to get a third match since the other side of the bracket didn't have a winner in the semifinal. If you don't submit your opponent, you can't advance in the bracket.
Love that clip as much as I did. That was actually shot at our old location, which is across the street over at 460 South Market or 450 South First. We actually had both sides right there. That was the first location, Heroes, which is eventually going down to some affordable housing. I'm actually happy to see what the intended use of that is. As upset as I was to use the space, but right now at 450 South First Street, yeah, I know that was a little confusing right there, because we were originally at 455 South First Street. And I'm in love with this building too. Bricks, skylights, can't see on the thing. We have some cool artwork from both Drifton and Orly Tui, Humble Beginnings, all over the walls right there. We have a really talented community of people training here, which tune in next week, I'll have them share with you. Me, I'm the least talented one of them. All I know how to do is fight, which is quite frankly a pretty useless talent in most cases right there. But it's what we do. In there right now? No. Keep scanning over, looking for a little switch screen, see if there's anybody in there. Anybody wants to challenge me to smash? And quite frankly, I suck. Okay, you just want to go in and wail on somebody that's very little challenge. Come on and get me. I've been practicing. I've been playing my nephews. They're 7 and 5, and they've been whooping my butt most of this week right here. But I'm ready to take on anybody here. Oh, I gave myself some liquid courage right now. Sponsored by Camino Brewery. I got the, I'm going to mispronounce this, Chromatic Coffee Stout. I don't have to pronounce that. Leche. Delicious. I happen to be a fan of more of the stouts, the darker bitters, the ales and stuff like that. I know the newfangled thing is the IPAs. That's how I really should tell which generation somebody's from. Generation Xers like myself tend to prefer these ales and things like that. I find that millennials tend to prefer the IPAs. Okay, am I wrong? Let me know. Okay, it's just my opinion, just my observation, just what I happen to see. Happily, we're in a district right now that you can get your fitness on. You got us, you got Touchstone Climbing down the street, downtown Yogashala. Downtown has a lot of gyms. We're all looking forward to coming back and serving you. This really is the eclectic neighborhood right now. You're coming downtown San Jose, and voila, anything you can think of is right over here. I live just a little bit on the outskirts of downtown San Jose. Just on, if the cutoff is Taylor, if you know anything about that, like over where Trader Joe's is, over where Blaze Pizza and Starbucks over there, Taylor and Coleman, I'm on the other side of Taylor. So technically I'm in the district. I'm not the downtown district person, but I'm 2 miles away from there. I might as well be. I'm closer to the downtown, I'm closer to this gym than some people are that are technically living downtown. Okay, but we're all San Jose right here. We're all trying to make it right now. We're just trying to do something for you right now during the shelter in place. I'm trying to do something right now. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to fill up some time right now. Because again, I am not talented. You know what we should do? We should crash on other people's SoFA play right here. Let's see what the talented, let's see what the musicians and the artists and the poets are doing right now. Not me. I'm a boring one right now. Till I play the film. But I think I'm scheduled to another 15 minutes to get to that right there. Okay. So we should maybe crash and see what everybody else is doing right now. Did you find us from SoFA Saturdays? You should.
Of course, every time I get over to my laptop, see, this is a very experimental arrangement right now. I actually have 3 computers in here running. Maybe that's why the clips are coming in slow. Maybe that's on garbled. That's will be my excuse right there. Well, let's see who else is playing right now. If you hate me, ooh, knowing the Architects. We start at 6:30. Nintendo Smash Brothers tournaments. Heroes channel. Nope, you know that one. Or I can hang with Phil, Neil, and Austin. Should hang with them. But yeah, we're gonna crash other people's things. That'll be a SoFA first, won't it be? SoFA Saturday first, and on the first SoFA Saturday, we're gonna go ahead and crash other people's feeds. And oh, fooled me, this one isn't working. Wait, no, it's coming. Aha. It's being recorded live. Knowing the Architects. Just turn the computer volume up. This is awesome because, like I said, I can't sing and dance.
You and Jess and this you guys, Erica.
Nope. And it's shut down right now.
I can start this here.
All right, let's start up the arena again. Apparently there's a time limit. If nobody's on here right now, it will shut down after a minute. Arena. Voila. You know what? To attract some people, maybe I should go on my Instagram. I have one of those. Try to get people in here. Try to keep people like, watch this training with if you want, but I'd love to start jumping into Smash Brothers. Realizing there's also UFC going on right now too. I'm so not studying. Let's find another clip to share with you folks. Something that showcases what we do. It's like Inception. I'm showing video on a video. A video from my feed onto my feed. Ooh, this is a good one. Another one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and show this.
Won't even get put over in, they know read the good life. Let's go on a living spree. Shit, they say the best things in life are free. The good life, it feel like Atlanta, it feel like LA, it feel like Miami, it feel like NY. Summertime shy. Hands up in the sky. So I wrote the good getting some brain. Looked at us, he said, I never seen snakes on a plane. Whether you broke or rich, you gotta get biz. Having money's not everything that having it is. I was splurging on trips, but when I get my car back activated, I'm back to Vegas. Cause I always had a passion for flashing. Before I had it, I closed my eyes and imagined the good life.
Did you enjoy that clip? I love that one myself. I've been a big fan of that one. Again, that was shot a few years ago. Back when we did a bit more video editing. I'll bring in and prepare a little bit more clips next time right there. And actually have talented heroes on there. Maybe some singing, maybe some dancing, maybe some music and stuff like that. Just something different right there. I'm just basically killing a little bit more time until we're prepared to show off the movie of the week, Brazilian Brawl. Machado brothers actually are interesting. Like, those of you that know a little bit about the history of Jiu-Jitsu will probably know the Gracie family. The Machados are actually members of the Gracie family. They trace their lineage back to Carlos Gracie Sr., who's their grandfather. But it's on their maternal side. They decided to kind of set themselves apart since, quite frankly, the Gracie clan is a pretty large clan, that they would be Machados. But their family members just the same. These days, if you know anything about the history or you want to discuss about the history of it, let's just say there's a lot of Gracies running around trying to make their living off of jiu-jitsu. Some of them are very famous. Hoist Gracie, of course, is probably the most famous one. Hickson Gracie, Henzo Gracie, Half Gracie, my instructor. Quite a few others are trying to make names. Like probably about 100 at this point. I can go ahead. Don't really want to go into the history lesson on that, but trust me, there's a lot of them on that. But the Machados are absolutely part of that family tree right there. They go by the name Machados. And actually, when they came in, a little tidbit for you, they were sponsored by Chuck Norris. Okay, Chuck Norris. Y'all know Chuck Norris, the meme guy. Okay, Chuck Norris, like caught COVID-19. Now COVID-19 is in quarantine for 2 weeks. That Chuck Norris is the one that sponsored it. But I don't think Chuck Norris had anything to do with the film that we're going to watch today. Okay, although you might recognize some famous faces in there, or some people that you might have seen around before and you couldn't quite place it. And there's a couple of famous faces in there that I bet you won't recognize until I point it out, unless you really, really are up on that. Okay. But yeah, we'll go ahead and show that off in a couple more minutes. I got the arena over here set up for Smash Brothers if anybody wants to come to play. If anybody wants to jump in on the Zoom chat right now, I'm happy to chill out and have fun with you. Again, answering any questions about jiu-jitsu, martial arts, the SoFA district, myself. Really, throw me a lifeline out here, folks. I'm dying. I don't. I said this thing again, song and dance a few times before. I always wanted to try comedy too, maybe, or tell a joke or two right there. But it's a little bit different in this format right now. Okay, like this wouldn't have been my first choice on doing this, but I'm very, very, very grateful for the opportunity to be here with you all, to work with you, to do something like this. Extremely grateful to be standing on this right there. And again, we will rise again, so to speak. Ooh, it is almost 7. I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple more minutes. Okay. And then start the feature film. It's called Brazilian Brawl, which was shot, I'm going to say the late 90s. I don't know. I had the DVD somewhere around here.
but it doesn't have a whole lot of information on it. And I'll call it an interesting film. Okay, but enjoy it for what it's worth right there. Enjoy it for, like, you know, really, this is back when nobody knew what jiu-jitsu was, and maybe the Machados thought of using film as a way of showcasing this, or, you know, martial arts exploded in popularity, you know, partially on its own merits, but, you know, in the 70s from Bruce Lee, okay? If you're that old, and even I'm not that old, like, you know, when kids saw, like, you know, Bruce Lee kicking butt on screen, it's like, I want to do that, and martial arts exploded. I think there was another renaissance on that with given, like, the rise of mixed martial arts. Maybe a little bit less kid friendly right there, but you have a lot more adults that said, like, I want to be able to do that. So you see the rise of gyms like myself, jiu-jitsu, boxing, judo, which is always around. Mixed martial arts course has been a big thing right now. So there's a second wave of it. But back in the 90s, before all of that, we had to think about ways of kind of marketing ourselves to an audience. Like, mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu is kind of the underground thing, okay? I'm not saying that in terms of it was cool. It was always cool. But some of these things, like, were technically illegal to participate in, okay? Mixed martial arts in particular, there's a UFC show going on right now. But I remember that back in the day, you could have been arrested for participating or even viewing one of those things in a live in person right there. And it actually happened cases where people have been arrested for doing that. And now it's a big thing, and people know about guys like, let's say, Conor McGregor and Khabib, who's local to us, stuff like that. But it was really paved on ways of guys that, you know, did it for the love of the game. They did it, you know, no money, some glory on this right there, but it was very much an outlaw thing. So the film that we're going to watch today, Brazilian Brawl, is very much out of that era, of the outlaw era of jiu-jitsu, the outlaw era of mixed martial arts, where we're really just trying to kind of get a name for ourselves, let people know what we were doing, what people were getting into on this. And film might have been that one way. This is, I'm going to call Brazilian Brawl or Enter the Dragon. I'll let you be the judge of that, okay? I'll warn you right there, our budgets were very low at this point right now, or the budgets were very low at this point. Very little money. Nobody was driving around Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis doing anything. This, anybody that's in this right now doesn't do it for the love of the money. I promise you that, okay? Do it for the love of the game, okay? So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce to you Brazilian Brawl, okay? And I'll come back and forth right here, and we'll talk about, like, what we're watching right now. Okay, enjoy the movie, folks. Oh, and again, I'm producing, I'm directing, I'm starring. Well, at least on the SoFA clip right here. Yeah, this is not awkward. All right, this is what we're talking about.
offer you. We are going to pay all of your back payments and advance you $10,000 cash for the title to the farm. Now, you're both welcome to live on the farm as long as you like, rent-free. Until we find another place. And what do you say? We'll have to think this over. You don't have much time, Mr. Rocha.
Let's go up to the ranch. Vamos, señor Rubén.
Listen, Bolton wants the Rocha farm blown to pieces. Yeah. Get the cans out of the back, fill them up. Go back to the farm. I'm gonna go back to the shed and get the dynamite. Right. Billy, don't fuck this one up. Hey, have a seat.
Senor, what are we going to do?
Jose, I don't know.
But the crops are ready to be harvested.
I know, but we don't have enough workers. We don't have enough time.
Senor, why don't you try to stall them? I go into town to find workers.
For their sake, Jose, we have to go on to the farm.
Yes, senor.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Bye.
Bad boys from Brazil. Yeah, come on, yeah, take bad boys from Brazil. Lift them up, lift them up. Bad boys from Brazil. The bad boys. Talking about the bad boys. Pick it up, boys, you gotta do so. Don't try to step into my family, yo. Cause we can search something real, real.
Eu joelho no peito com a chave de braço. Queda de gancho com a chave de braço. Chave de braço na guarda. Chave de braço voadora. Vamos preparar essa queda passada. Boa! Monta! Estrangulamento. Pegada de bola, baixa a cabeça. Boa! Essa pegada aqui, ó. Essa segunda pegada, vai lá, vai, segunda pegada. Enfia o polegar. Vira bem de lado. Domina aqui. Agora levanta a direita. Isso, muito bem. Good job. Boa. Boa. trocando. Isso aí. Pega o pulso. Boa. Vai rápido. Guarda. Boa. Um lado. O outro. Um pouquinho mais de velocidade agora. Mais velocidade, mais velocidade, mais velocidade. Mais ainda, mais ainda, mais ainda. Isso. Aumenta a velocidade. Desenvolve essa explosão. Boa. Agora raspa. 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 Boa. Boa. Isso. Monta. Isso. Perfeito. Chave de braço agora. Mão no peito, chave de braço. Agora domina o pulso. Domina o pulso. Isso. Tua mão no peito aqui.
Operator, I'd like to make a collect call to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Cada um vai fazer uma vez, tá? Mesma queda, tá bom? Gente, pronto. Boa. Esse aí vai ser campeão, hein, Rod? Vai ser campeão esse, hein? Você gosta dessa técnica aí?
Eu acho que isso aí tá fazendo bem.
Pô, chave de braço boa, hein? A gente vai detonar essa competição. Vamos ganhar.
Bora. Daquela aí. Boa, Baiana. Volta em cima. Boa. Isso.
Vamos ganhar esse campeonato, hein? Deixa que eu pego, tá?
I don't know if you can hear me at this point. One of my favorite things is they're playing the Hosha brothers, but this movie's so low budget, they didn't bother removing their own uniforms with the Machado name off of them.
Something terrible has happened. Someone blew up the farmhouse. Your uncle died.
The other guy on the line is Iha. He's also a black belt, who's been a long-time black belt, long-time student of the Machado brothers.
Para tudo! Irmãos, a gente tem que ter uma conversa muito séria.
Clearly not shot in Brazil. This is LA. I've actually been to this cafe before. Not sure if it's still there though.
Você, Álvaro e Raul vêm para a Califórnia resolver os problemas lá.
Como é que vai ser aqui? Pode deixar que a gente toma conta de tudo aqui. A gente pode ir.
It's a terrible thing that happened to some of the band. I'm sorry.
Have a nice day, guys.
This guy's been in some B movies, I think.
Senores, I put your box away in the room. Let's go take a look at the farm. I see you lost one of the houses.
An accident.
I'm sorry. I'm Ralph Richards from Union County Bank. Are you Ruben Rocha? It's very important that I see Mr. Rocha.
It's right over there, my friend.
I'm so sorry. Well, I guess you boys are running the operation now? Good. Well, let me tell you why I came out here. Mr. Rocha Carlos. This farm has gone into foreclosure. You've got a couple weeks to make the back payments, or else you have to vacate.
Don't worry. You'll pay.
I hope you understand. Looks bad, senores.
That farting noise was actually intentional. When they re-edited it, look for a bunch of those sounds.
You understand we need more workers. Nobody seems to want to work this farm.
O que a gente precisa fazer é pegar as cobras que fizeram isso, cortar a cabeça das cobras fora. Sim e não. Primeiro nós temos que arrumar os trabalhadores para fazerem a colheita e pagar essa dívida. Carlos is right. We should see the sheriff. Maybe he can help.
Come in. Hi, can I help you?
Yes, we want to see the sheriff.
Please come in. Sheriff Randall will bring you shortly.
In order right now from left to right, that's John Machado, John Jock Machado, and Hegan Machado. And walking in playing the sheriff, that's Matt Hall, who went on to be a pro wrestler. But right now is serving time from what I heard.
Leave it out. Bring the whole thing down.
My condolences. I'm very sorry. Boys, I've checked everything out. Your uncle died from an explosion of a defective water heater. Sometimes these American products ain't what they claim to be. I buy Japanese myself.
Não acredito nada que esse policial tá falando. Mentiroso. Também tô achando. Não pode contar com esse cara, não. Você tem que descobrir isso sozinho.
Thanks for your help, Sheriff. It's been my pleasure.
I should rewind, I'm not going to, but I forgot to mention the uncle that died that got blown up in the beginning of this film. That's Dan Soto. Dan Soto is noted for being like probably the most true heir to Jeet Kune Do and probably one of Bruce Lee's closest friends.
All right, boys. Are you okay? Thank you. How you doing? Okay. Not right now. I'm busy, Tank.
I don't know if I should pay. This fucking food sucks, Angie.
You did suck it up, didn't you, Tank? Here's your check. $18.20.
I ain't paying.
You leave her alone.
Mind your fucking business, Max Tax.
Anybody that ever asked if jiu-jitsu will work on the street, at least it will work on a restaurant.
Vai pagar porra. Now, you pay your bill.
Most of these thugs, of course, are actually students of the Machados.
You guys decided what you want?
Orange juice.
Okay.
Yeah, orange juice.
Same for us.
Are you guys visiting in town?
No, we're looking for workers
Workers for what?
to harvest our crops.
Really, where?
By the Rocha farm.
Oh, I'll tell you what. There's a farm that I know that has workers, more than they have work. It's over at Millen's Ranch, up by your place.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be right back with your drinks, okay?
Hey, amigos. We need some workers to harvest some onions and garlic. We're gonna pay 50 cents a bucket, $40 a day. Whoever's interested, walk here to my right.
What the hell you think you're doing here, stranger?
I'm giving these people a chance to work.
They've already been hired by me. Now get the hell out of here.
Can't you see they wanna work?
Now.
I think this guy hasn't learned his lesson yet.
Come on!
But you didn't know if you did jujitsu, you can do rodeo also.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ran all the way to his home at night. Obviously, this movie's old enough that we don't have cell phones.
Oh, Mr. Bolton, this is Billy.
Billy, what's going on?
These three spicks drove up in the truck and started to recruit my workers. And I tried to scare them off, but they beat up Carl and the boys.
What three spicks?
Those nephews of the Roaches family from Brazil.
All right.
The bad boys from Brazil.
Thanks, Mr. Bolton.
Randall,
Yeah, well,
get over here.
what's the big deal?
Get the hell over here now. I don't want to talk about it on the phone.
I'll be right over.
This guy right here has actually been in a bunch of movies that I can't think of right now, but like B-rated action movies from the 90s. Like this is like the majority of their budget was hiring that dude.
if I don't get the Rochester farm, look at your deal. What do you want me to do? I want you to get rid of them.
Here's some trivia. How many times do you hear a cat in this movie? That was all intentionally added.
Because they beat him. I don't care. Just get him out of here. Done.
The reason why they have a horse and a farm there
growing onions.
You're under arrest and you can come with me the easy way, or you can come with me the hard way. Can't you see we are busy here? That's your problem. You're wanted for assault and battery and intent to commit murder.
What kind of bullshit is that?
Explain it to the judge in the car. We gotta go. It doesn't have a case. And put your shirts on. I have a dress code in my jail. Morgan?
The brothers are Carlos Raul and Alvaro, their previous records. Ex-jungle fighters in Brazil, skilled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, experts in weapons and other forms of combat. All three brothers are college educated. They graduated from the College of Rio in Agricultural Science. They also have a background in law.
I'm real impressed.
You know, you're gonna have to let them go if they must fail.
Morgan, don't tell me how to do my job.
I also got this for you.
RCJ Machado Jiu-Jitsu. Now, I'm really impressed.
RCJ, Keegan, Carlos, John-Jacques, John, and Hodger. RCJ, 5 Machado brothers.
So you guys are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
So how does that stand up to Jiu-Jitsu?
You boys like the accommodations here?
Get us out of here. We've got so much work to do. We'll come back when the crops are in.
Sorry, fellas. You're a menace to society. Just because you know some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you think you're real badasses, huh? Well, you ain't getting out of here until you come up with a 10 grand for bail.
Can you get them bread?
That's your problem. If the service here isn't to your standards, please give me a call.
Go.
I don't know what you just said, but it ain't getting you out of jail.
I gotta say, Matt Hall plays a good heavy.
Gibberish in here. My job is speak English here. You're talking about shit. Fuck you. What you gonna do? Don't go, please. Don't put your mouth up your ass. What you gonna do? What's going on? Aren't you gonna stop me before somebody gets hurt? Nope.
May the best man win.
Were you the sheriff?
That's right.
Just relax, Morgan. You see this kind of action every day.
No, you don't. This is street rules, baby. Prison rules. Everything's allowed.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I believe that belongs to me. According to American law, you're entitled to one phone call. You are not American. Boa. Troca de lado. Vamos lá. Trocando de lado. Isso. Alô? Carlos? Problema? Tá bom. Eu vou ver o que eu posso fazer. Tchau.
John and Carlos Machado there.
Problema? Nosso irmão.
Probably actually was their
Preciso
academy
de
at
dinheiro
that
pra sair da
time.
prisão na Califórnia.
We're spoiled right now, but academies were way smaller back in the day.
Hey, we'll bring you, okay? I got that money for some other project. Make sure it's not in Brazilian pesos. I believe it's called reais, sir. Whatever. You let them go now, senor. Of course. Ooh, it's hot out there today. You guys' crops have got to be burning up by now. I tell you what, I'm such a nice guy. I'm gonna go ahead and let you pick your crops. Only thing I don't understand, boys, it's about 98 degrees outside right now. Gotta be at least a cool 67 in here. You sure you wanna leave? Looks like we have visitors. Maybe we get arrested or something. I hope not. Let's get back to the zoo.
Good afternoon, fellas. Time's running out.
You don't worry about it.
Believe me, I'm not worried. You guys should be worried.
I wonder who that is. Maybe some troublemakers.
Word got around you boys are looking for workers. Well, here we are. Boys, grab a shovel.
The dude in the overalls and the ball cap is actually Ricky Rocket, the drummer from the band Poison. He's actually a 3rd-degree black belt, actually maybe a 4th-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu by now.
We should quit. These workers need some deserve the rest.
I think we can finish up tomorrow.
Hope so.
Okay. Bye, guys.
AJ. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I think they're farming dirt.
Talk to you tomorrow. The Roches have a farm full of workers. You know we can't have that.
Yeah, we could take care of it.
Do it.
Good afternoon, senors. Senors, it's much too dangerous to work the Roach's farm. See?
Something terrible is happening to Happy and the workers.
Okay, calm down and tell
See
me.
the poison tattoo on his shoulder.
A group of goons attacked us, and I don't know, the sheriff, he hurt Peppy real bad.
Oh, Lawrence.
Hung out with
can
him
you
before.
cover
He's
for me?
actually a super nice guy.
All right, let's get him to the doctor now. All right, I got the door. Come on. Come on. Get him in easy. Get his feet in. All right, jump in. You on him? All right, Gil, it's gonna be all right.
Angie, place just isn't the same without your presence.
Our friends were beaten up without a reason.
Maybe they were working without permits.
Despicable.
I uphold the law.
You mock the law.
Angie, in spite of your insults, I still think we can be an item.
We sure can. When hell freezes over.
Angie, I care for you. Because I care for you, let me give you some advice. Stay away from the Rocha brothers. You guys got smog for this thing? How's them crops coming along, boys? Listen, that's just a warning. Don't fuck with us. Well, is that a threat? However you want to take it.
Randall, I got a call from a Dr. Snyder that a farm worker by the name of Pepe Garcia was badly beaten. He's in serious condition.
What of it? Mexicans fight among themselves. Sometimes they get pretty rough.
There's witnesses. They say he was beaten up by a bunch of anglos.
I wouldn't put any credence in those witnesses. Besides, you got more important things to take care of. Morgan, I'm gonna go down there and investigate that Garcia beating for you.
Just saw Randall outside.
I don't think the men can make it to work tomorrow. Billy Randall and their goons beat him up pretty bad. Pepe's in a coma. And the doctors have declared they don't think he's gonna pull out of it.
Let's go.
Where are you guys going?
See both.
Where do you think you're going?
I come to see Mr. Bolton.
Who's asking?
The Roger brothers.
Hold on, man.
Come on in. Hey, come on in, fellas. Come on in. Gonna get something to drink, beer, wine, whiskey.
Are you counting the cats?
Juice. I've heard about you boys. What brings you here?
I think some of your men beat up some of the workers we hired.
Oh. That's terrible. Sure it was my man?
Very sure. Billy Ross and Sheriff Randall.
Look. Billy doesn't work for me, and Randall doesn't either. As a matter of fact, he should be out there upholding the law. I'll remember that when his election comes around.
Yeah, but one of the boys died.
I'm sorry, boys. I'm really sorry. You know, sometimes those things get out of hand. Guys who are responsible for the public, you know, they go crazy, go out over the top.
Mr. Bolton, all we want to do is to get the crops in.
I understand. You need help. When you came to the right place, you can count on me. I'm glad you guys came by. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
So what do you think about Bolton, my brothers? He seems to be friendly. I think he's a liar. Let's go get lunch.
Senores, I don't think we can get all the crops in before they go out. We can get some more.
We'll get you some help. I promise.
Está bien, señor.
Well, if we don't find more workers, we gotta do it ourselves.
You may be right, brother.
Hey, look at this guy here. Green hair, man. Oh, never mind. Let's go, man.
Wow, you. Listen here, Randall. You gotta get rid of those Rocket brothers. I don't have much time. Syndicate's leaning on me. Gotta get my hands on that home now or else.
Might have to bring in some hitters from out of town.
It's okay, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
We need help. Very badly. We have to have some friends.
My friends are afraid of Tank and the other goons. I'm afraid.
Don't worry. We will protect you.
All right. No, I'll see what I can do. Okay? Absolutely.
Good afternoon, Jose.
Good afternoon, senor.
Jose, you like working for these Roaches brothers?
Sí, senor. Doctors are good people.
You don't think it's at all dangerous to work for these brothers, do you? Kick his ass. Oh, shit, brother.
Didn't know you
You know how to fight, man.
Sí, señor. Julio Cesar Chavez is my hero.
All right, man, you got it down.
Heard a conversation between Marshall, Bolton, and Randall. Bolton wants Randall to kill every single one of the Rochesters.
Oh, God, what are we gonna do?
Gotta get word out to the brothers. I'm sure they have a plan of action after all they are experienced jungle fighters. I learned Sacramento. They're aware of the planned attack.
Are they gonna help?
No, you can't. Not until these guys are caught making a move.
Well, I better get word out to the boys. We better go. No lunch breaks on top stuff.
Good afternoon, fellas. Mr. Rocha, your time is up. Unless you can come up with the money now, you have to vacate this farm.
You got 5 seconds to go. Get your ass off this property.
If the law's on my side, I can have you men arrested.
You know our rights. You're trespassing.
Morgan. How was lunch?
Good? Okay.
You all right? You seem a little edgy lately.
No, everything's fine.
Just checking.
Señor Carlos, teléfono.
Gracias.
Carlos, it's Angie. Okay. Jim Morgan overheard Randall talking to Bolton. They're organizing a major attack on the farm. Morgan said that Bolton has instructed Randall to kill everybody. Okay. Right. Bye.
It was Angel. She said Bolton and Randall are organizing attack on us.
Good.
What do you mean, Black? Remember what Uncle Ruben told us last night when I was in Brazil?
You mean about his gun collection?
Yeah, but it was in the house that burned down.
He said something about basement. That's it. Let's go.
Yes, stairs are outside.
Hang on a second. You do the job.
Farm is yours.
And come down here and just get their butts kicked.
Believe me, they did. These boys don't know the word defeat means.
So,
It's gonna take a couple of days to get the lay of the land before we go into it.
good, good, man.
We didn't quite have the budget for a montage, but here you go. The Hosha brothers are coming to kick ass.
Oh, Billy Rock, guys. Despite how both on land. Good. We go back and tell them everything is flashing.
Countdown to when this movie really goes off the rails.
Everything's all quiet. I didn't see a soul.
How close did you get to the barn?
Close. Maybe they left town.
Maybe. Billy, I didn't ask you to go over and drive by. Is that too complicated? All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take some of your guys and go down there again, smoke the Rocha brothers out, and handle them. Randall here will back you up.
Mr. Bolton, me and my boys, we don't know anything about being soldiers. I mean, they're good at fist fights, but I don't know anything about high-power weapons or guerrilla warfare. I mean, I heard about these roaches.
I'm not asking you to start World War III. Let me give that to you again. I want you to take 7 of your guys and go back down there to that ranch, smoke the Rocha brothers out, and handle them. Now with you, that's 8. That's 8-3. Those are good odds, aren't they?
Yeah.
I tell you what. If you stay here, I'm going to shoot you. Be a lot safer if you get out there. Now go.
Take your positions. Let's wait and see what our visitors from out of town are going to do.
This used to be one hell of a farm.
Randall is out there. He's out there. Billy! I need you to go up to the house and find out what's going on.
Suicide, man.
Look, take this white shirt, wave it at the brothers. They won't shoot. If they do, they're breaking the Geneva Convention.
Please. Not a good down to me if they shoot me.
Billy, me and the boys are tired of waiting. You're our recon man. Disobey orders and I'll shoot you. Now, what'll it be?
Recon man, my ass.
What is that? Looks like Billy. He's waving a white cloth. Might be some kind of trap, man. Go over the end right there.
Geneva Convention, my ass.
Let's not wait any longer. Let's take the fight to them.
Who's got a mouth?
Wait, who was just shooting at them?
Yeah.
You little chicken shit. Those brothers got some heavy ammo, man. Look what they did to Bernie. I think they shot Bernie.
You know what I think I should do? I think I should put you out of your fucking misery.
No.
Watch for booby traps. The fuck was that?
Shit. One of the boys probably get tangled up in one of their booby traps.
Oh, that's a real intelligent observation, Billy.
Shoot! Shoot! They shot one of our own guys!
There's a bear. Let's go.
You gonna help?
Why don't you go out there and help the man, Billy?
I'd be in the line of fire.
That's the idea.
All right.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Where are those motherfuckers?
That's the end of the line for you, Randall. I'm too sure of that. Oh, isn't it?
Convenient that his guns were just there.
Don't fucking move. Don't drop the gun. Drop the fucking gun. Slowly. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Oh. Drop it. Drop your fucking guns. You drop your fucking guns. I shoot your brother right now. Drop your guns. Drop your guns. I shoot your brother right now. Don't drop your guns, motherfucker. Shoot him. Drop your guns. I swear to God, I'll kill your fucking brother now. Shoot him now. Drop your gun. Yes. Get over there! Who's gonna die first? Who? You? Come on! What the fuck are you laughing at? Huh? We need some help. Really? Being a pain in the ass. Well, it's really good. Get that out of here. No violence, guy. Really, really.
My name is Joe Wall. I'm accountant for the LA Syndicate. We've come to give you one of three options: to return the money you took from the syndicate, turn over the title of the Rocha farm, or come with us.
Rocha farm's a done deal. We ran into a little time problem. That's all I should get.
You don't have any more time. Time has run out.
No, Mr. Wayne, you don't understand. Hey, get out of here. You don't understand.
Sorry I didn't get here any sooner. I had to leave the guys between all the paperwork and everything. Are you guys okay?
Everything's under control. Thanks, Sam.
You're so welcome. I'm just glad you guys are okay.
Lift them up, lift them up. Bad boys from Brazil. The bad boys. Talking about the bad boys. Pick it up, won't you gotta do so, don't try. trying to step to my family, yo. Cause we be serving suckers on the real. Bad boys from Brazil. Yeah, 5 bad brothers, that's a lot of fish to cover. So you better come strapped, or you might get smothered. Taking out suckers like Hollafield. Bad boys from Brazil. Flying here, flying there, brothers serving everywhere. John Huey, Jean Jacques, brothers got your back. Taking out suckers from coast to coast like what's his face and Ghost. Yeah, bad boys from Brazil. Bad boys from Brazil. Lift them up, boys from Brazil. Yeah, bad boys from Brazil. Yeah, bad boys from Brazil. Lift them up. Come on, come on, come on, bad boys, come on, bad boys from Brazil. Come on. Bad boys from Brazil, yeah, come on. Bad boys.
Bet you that song never leaves your head. Stop sharing it. So that was Brazilian Brawl. Whoa. Let's turn this down. That was Brazilian Brawl, starring the Machado brothers. Really, I don't know what to say, but it is one of the first films that used Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in that context. One of the first films that will really kind of focus it. Actually, trivia question, you know what the very first film was to be choreographed by a Jiu-Jitsu practitioner? Lethal Weapon 1. Go back and look at the fight between Mel Gibson and Gary Busey, and he finishes with a move known as a triangle choke, which is well known now, but back in the days, it was a pretty mysterious move. At any rate, thank you so much for joining us here on the Heroes channel, Heroes Martial Arts Theory. We'll be back next week, and I got a little bit more of a sense of what I'm going to do, and hopefully some of the more talented heroes will show up and want to show something right there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast right now. Thanks so much for tuning in. And also check us out at heroesma.com/online. We're posting up a lot of videos, a lot of live videos showing how to train in jiu-jitsu. If you want to learn how to be like the bad boys from Brazil, that will be the start of it right there. And we have it at all levels, from advanced students to beginning students. We're doing it virtually right now. And hopefully soon, once we're all better, once we're all ready to move on, we'll be happy to have you come in and do this in person. But again, this is Gumby, Heroes Martial Arts for the SoFA Saturdays. Thanks so much for tuning in to Heroes Martial Arts Theater. Take care.